Good morning, everybody. It's Giacomo here with the finished parts, 3D printed parts for the ALVIN Submarine out of the Nautilus Drydocks 3D files. This turned out quite nice, I would say. I took the original files and upscaled them by 150%. So the original scale was 112. Now it's a little bit bigger, and I think it's closer to the FX Models ALVIN kit, which is no longer available. The reason why I did it is because I wanted a slightly larger boat to begin with, but I also want to put myself closer to the size of that specific kit because Bob has videos about it, which I thought could help me in sourcing the equipment and, you know, following the same solutions he already developed. So that's the reason. Very nice files. I printed them on a Ender 3, but the big one, so the 300 by 300 by 300 millimeters building volume. I printed them with PLA plus, so nothing really fancy there. The only new challenge for me was 100% in fill, which appears to be the way to go for parts that go underwater. And the only advice I have there is to change the pattern of the infill to concentric instead of lines. Then you minimize the opportunities for your nozzle to clog while it deposits so much material. There is less retraction involved in the concentric pattern, so that helps. Everything fits as is, except for the for the rear parts of the hull, both the lower one and the upper one, which you need to cut and print separately. So that's the only modification to the files, but for the rest, it goes quite smooth. The biggest part is indeed the front upper hull, which is this one. Eventually, it was about 79 hours when printed at 0.3 millimeters layer height, which is what I used for all the bigger parts. The smaller parts are printed at 0.2, but that's acceptable for the size of this boat at this scale. So what you get is basically what you see: lower hull, front part like this. Rear part divided in two, very straightforward pieces. The same goes for the upper hull and the front one we talked about just now. The sail is a separate part. Propeller shroud, vertical thrusters. This is a separate part from Thingiverse. It's called Azipod, and it might be an option if you want to develop your own working thruster, something that I'm evaluating, but in principle it might well be that these vertical thrusters remain static or aesthetic only. Propeller for reference, it will be replaced by a brass propeller. And then all these more parts you see here. You have the main float lights with the brackets, current meter that goes on top of the sail here, sail lights that go below this part, and the robotic arm components, together with a lower hull flange, which I haven't figured out yet where it goes, and some detailing towing hooks, some of which are already included in the hull. So all in all, pretty happy about the result. Pretty straightforward print. Yeah, long one. I wouldn't say a lot of material, but you will need to supply about 10 pounds of filament or 5 kilograms. There have been some failed prints in the process, but I think it was mostly related to my inexperience with 100% in-field settings. But aside from that, a very nice boat. I'm looking forward to it, and of course I will keep you both updated. But also I will keep asking a lot of questions, due to the me being new to this particular hobby, which I already love a lot. So thank you. Hope you will find this interesting as it moves forward.